Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into essential daily English conversations that will transform how you communicate. These are the must-know phrases that native speakers use constantly. If you've ever felt confused during casual conversations, this lesson is exactly what you need. We're going to explore real phrases that make you sound natural and confident. No complicated grammar rules today. Just practical, everyday English that works immediately. Here's something most English courses don't tell you. The secret to sounding natural isn't about perfect grammar. It's about using the right phrases at the right time. Native speakers rely on specific expressions for daily situations. Once you know these phrases, conversations become so much easier. You'll understand movies, podcasts, and real-life chats better. This is your shortcut to authentic English. Let me start with greetings and small talk. Instead of just saying, "Hello, how are you?" native speakers mix it up. They say, "Hey, how's it going?" Or, "What's up?" Or, "How have you been?" These variations sound more natural and friendly. When someone asks you, don't always say, "I'm fine." Try, "I'm doing well, thanks," or "Not bad yourself," or "Pretty good, how about you?" This simple change will drastically improve your English conversations. Now, if you're finding this helpful, do me a favor. Hit that like button right now. It helps more English learners discover these lessons. And subscribe to English Course Podcast for more practical English every week. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Let's talk about making requests politely. This is crucial for daily life. Instead of saying, "Give me water," say, "Could I have some water, please?" Or, "Would you mind getting me some water?" Native speakers use this technique every day to sound polite and respectful. Another great phrase is, "Do you think you could help me?" This sounds much friendlier than "help me." Or try, "Would it be possible to get a refund?" instead of demanding one. These phrases work in restaurants, stores, offices, everywhere. Here's another essential skill: expressing opinions without being rude. Don't say "you're wrong." Instead, use "I see what you mean, but I think differently," or "That's one way to look at it," or "I'm not sure I agree completely." These phrases keep conversations friendly and respectful. You can also say, "In my opinion," or "From my perspective," or "The way I see it." Native speakers appreciate when you share ideas politely. Let's continue with agreeing and disagreeing. When you agree with someone, don't just say, "Yes." Try, "Absolutely," or "I couldn't agree more," or "You're absolutely right," or "That makes perfect sense." These expressions show enthusiasm and engagement. When you partially agree, say, "You have a point, but," or "That's true to some extent," or "I agree up to a point." This is much easier than you think, and it sounds incredibly natural. Now for disagreeing politely. Start with, "I'm afraid I don't quite agree," or "I see things a bit differently," or "Actually, I think." Notice how these soften the disagreement. Never start with, "No, you're wrong." That sounds aggressive. Instead, acknowledge their viewpoint first, then share yours. For example, "That's interesting, but have you considered?" Or, "I understand where you're coming from, however." This technique helps you maintain good relationships while expressing yourself clearly. Moving on to expressing uncertainty. Don't worry, every English student struggles with this at first. When you're not completely sure, say, "I'm not entirely certain, but," or, "as far as I know," or, "if I remember correctly." These phrases are honest and natural. You can also use, "I think so, but don't quote me on that," or, "I'm pretty sure, although I could be wrong." Native speakers use these all the time because nobody knows everything. Here's where it gets really practical. Let's discuss asking for clarification. When you don't understand something, say, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Or, "What do you mean by that?" Or, "Could you explain that differently?" Don't feel embarrassed to ask. Even native speakers need clarification sometimes. You can also say, "I didn't quite catch that," or, "Could you say that again, please?" Or, "I'm not sure I follow." These phrases are your best friends in conversations. If you're enjoying this lesson, drop a comment below telling me which phrase you'll use first. Also, smash that like button if you want more lessons like this. Your engagement helps us create better content for English learners worldwide. Now let's keep going because we have more essential phrases to cover. Let's explore making suggestions and giving advice. When suggesting something, use, "How about we try?" or "Why don't we?" or "Maybe we could?" These sound collaborative and friendly. For stronger suggestions, say, "I'd recommend," or "You might want to consider," or "Have you thought about?" Notice how these phrases invite participation rather than commanding. Native speakers appreciate this approach in both personal and professional settings. Now let's discuss interrupting politely. Sometimes you need to interrupt, but do it respectfully. Say, "Sorry to interrupt, but," or, "Can I just add something quickly?" or, "Excuse me, may I jump in here?" These phrases acknowledge that you're interrupting while being courteous. Never just start talking over someone. That's considered very rude in English-speaking cultures. Wait for a slight pause, then use one of these phrases. Here's something powerful, showing interest in conversations. Use, "That's fascinating," or "Tell me more about that," or "Really? What happened next?" or "I'd love to hear more." These phrases keep conversations flowing naturally. They show you're engaged and interested. Native speakers love talking to people who show genuine curiosity. You can also use "Oh wow," or "No way," or "Are you serious?" to express surprise and maintain energy in the conversation. Let's talk about ending conversations gracefully. Don't just walk away or say "bye" abruptly. Start with, "Well, it was great talking to you," or "I should probably get going," or "I don't want to keep you." Then add, "Let's catch up soon," or "Take care," or "Have a great day." This gives the conversation a smooth, polite ending. You can also say, "It's been lovely chatting with you," or "Thanks for your time," before saying goodbye. Another essential area is apologizing properly. For small mistakes, "Sorry about that," or "My apologies," works perfectly. For bigger issues, say, "I sincerely apologize for," or "I'm really sorry that happened," or "Please forgive me for." The key is matching the apology to the situation. Don't over-apologize for tiny things, but be genuine for serious mistakes. You can also say, "That was my fault," or "I should have been more careful," to take responsibility. Now let's discuss expressing gratitude beyond just "thank you." Say, "I really appreciate it," or "That's very kind of you," or "Thanks so much for your help," or "I'm grateful for." These phrases show deeper appreciation. You can also say, "You're a lifesaver," for someone who helped you significantly, or "I owe you one," to show you'd like to return the favor. Start practicing today and you'll see results immediately in how people respond to you. Here's a quick recap of everything we've covered. We learned natural greetings that go beyond basic hellos. We explored polite requests and how to express opinions respectfully. We mastered agreeing, disagreeing, and showing uncertainty like native speakers. We covered asking for clarification, making suggestions, and interrupting politely. We learned to show interest, end conversations gracefully, apologize properly, and express genuine gratitude. These phrases are your foundation for natural daily English conversations. Before we finish, I need you to do something important. Subscribe to English Course Podcast right now if you haven't already. Click that notification bell so you never miss a lesson. Give this video a thumbs up if you learned something valuable today. And here's the big one. Share this with a friend who's learning English. Comment below with the phrase you're most excited to use. Your support helps us create more free English lessons for learners everywhere. Remember, sounding natural in English isn't about memorizing grammar rules. It's about using the right phrases confidently in real situations. You now have dozens of expressions that native speakers use every single day. Don't just watch this video and forget it. Pick 3 phrases and practice them this week. Use them in real conversations, online chats, or even practice alone. The more you use these phrases, the more natural they become. You've got this. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and watch your English transform. Thanks for learning with us today. See you in the next lesson.